You're listening to Rock-N-Sexxy UnCensored, bringing you the cutting edge of the entertainment world weekly, hosted by Lynn.
Woohoo! All right, everybody. Happy Thursday, and welcome to another episode of Rock-N-Sexxy UnCensored. We are broadcasting live on the United Broadcasting Network, Channel 1, and we are live streaming weekly on our blog at rockandSexxyUncensored.com. I'm your host, Lynn, and it is my pleasure to be here with you tonight. Joining me is Joe Williamson in the co-host seat.
Thank you so much for having me, and you look absolutely gorgeous as ever.
Oh, thank you, Joe, and it's good to have you back on the show as well. RNSU works overtime to bring you the cutting-edge talents from the music and entertainment world. And folks, tonight is no exception. RNSU is proud to welcome Oscar-nominated, Golden Globe Award-winning Hollywood film legend, Sally Kirkland, to our show. She has had one of the most prolific careers in Hollywood history, literally spanning over 6 decades. Well, stay tuned, folks, because she's going to be joining us tonight in a little while to talk about some of her career highlights and also sharing with us about her new movie, which is called
80 over Brady.
80 for Brady.
80 for Brady.
Starring football legend Tom Brady. So there's one for the guys, right, Joe?
Yep, I believe that's scheduled to hit the theaters next year.
And who's releasing it?
I believe it's Paramount.
Ooh, Paramount and Tom Brady. So we'll be talking about that. We'll have Sally Kirkland coming up in just a little while. But buckle your seatbelts, because guess what, boys and girls? We have a surprise for you tonight. This is fresh off the press, guys, as we bring you the very, very latest from this amazing and talented artist. It was totally unexpected. He started in Hollywood as a celebrity hairdresser. He was a protege to Jose Hebert. He became known as the makeover messiah for his iconic looks on A-list celebrities from all over, from Anna Nicole to Pamela, Stevie Nicks, Faye Resnick, and many, many others. But what he really wanted was his own career. His dream was to be a musician and an actor. And guess what? And so he did. He can now be seen in some movies such as Vamp Tray Bikers. Sorry about that. I always get that one wrong. Japanese Borscht, and the film Hair. He is now a Trax Records recording superstar. He has appeared live on stage with the legendary Grace Jones. He is here to share with us his latest off-the-press single titled I'm on Fire, and the new music video that goes along with it. Please welcome to Rock-N-Sexxy UnCensored, Daniel DeCrisio.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Daniel.
Hey, Amber.
How are you doing?
Hey, Joe. Thank you for that incredible. You can never, with Amber, she always makes me feel so good. I have to come here all the time.
I love you, Daniel.
I mean,
love
whenever I'm
you.
feeling down, all I have to do is go to Amber.
And I believe in your art, in your music,
Yeah.
and everything you do. And I just have to say thank you so much for picking up the phone today. Because not just are you an amazing artist, but you are an amazing human being, and you're a good friend. And you know, I picked up the phone today, and we had a moment of crisis.
Oh my
We
God,
had a schedule,
crisis
We
was-
had a last-minute schedule switch, and I called up Daniel, and I said, Daniel, guess what? Come on down to the show tonight. He said, I have a new single. So tell us about it.
Yeah, so I have a new single, and it's called I'm on Fire, that I wrote and produced and everything. And it's out right now everywhere. It's on all the platforms. And right now we're working on the video. The video should be out by the beginning of August. And right now we're in the editing process. And
You
all
were
that.
talking about this when we had you on the opening show a little bit with Lisa London, right?
Yes. And The new video is going to be so cool.
You
though.
told us, remember, because you said I can't tell you the name
Yes.
of the new single.
Yes. So I'm on fire. That's
He's
it.
on fire, and guess what? Show us your pants. Show us the leggings. Daniel DeCrisio is here tonight, and he is on fire. So tell us a little bit about the song.
Well, the song is, of course, let's just say it's a sexual fantasy again.
Daniel's having a sexual
And
fantasy?
I mentioned
Oh my God,
OnlyFans.
about who?
I mentioned OnlyFans in it. So all you OnlyFans people, get ready.
Really?
Yes.
Did you release it there? I don't know, so give us the history.
Well, because it's about me or whoever it is, I'm on fire, seeing somebody and watching them and wanting to be with them. And, of course, it's like an OnlyFans attraction. You know, I want them to touch me and hold me, and I want to touch them. But they're like a virtual thing.
And so you catch on fire, or what do you...
You're going to have to wait and
combust
see.
or something in passion? Good.
But now that's the new thing. You know, everybody's online, so...
Oh, yeah, everybody.
And where
is
everybody's
online.
watching that way. That's how everybody kind of moves today, through the OnlyFans and all those kinds of things. So I tied it in with my song because that's what's happening. People aren't on the street just doing this anymore. So it's like in your privacy, your own home.
Well, we're going to be hearing that new single in just a minute, but I want to give you
Yes.
just a little more of a tease. What else are you up to these days, Daniel?
What else? What do you know? Who's been following me?
Huh?
Who's been following me?
Who's been following you?
No, just kidding.
Me?
Joe is. No.
No, Joe is
Oh
following
no,
you.
I've been outed as a stalker.
Do we have his new single ready and loaded up? Because I'd love to hear it.
Oh my God, how funny. That's not it.
There it is.
That's not it. That is not it. That's XX. That's old.
That is the wrong single, Tony. We're pulling
I'm on
from
fire.
I'm on
It's on
Fire.
YouTube
Give them
as
just a
well.
minute. They'll clean it up. Sorry
So-
about that, people. That is an amazing
That's the video, actually, that Sally Kirkland makes an appearance in.
I think that's why he made those things. Sorry about that, guys. That was
So-
the other thing we were going to share with you tonight.
Yeah.
Is that Sally Kirkland actually makes an appearance in one of Daniel DeCrisio's music videos, and she does an amazing job.
Oh my God, she was fabulous in it. I swear, she was amazing. She really was.
How did you get her to do the video?
I have my secrets, I have my ways. No, she and I, we've been really friends. She's the first person I basically met out here when I worked at Jose.
Really?
Seriously.
Did you do her hair? Because her hair
No,
is beautiful.
no. The thing was, I'll tell you the story was when I first was at Jose, the Oscars were going on, okay? And the people would come in the salon all dressed up and get their hair done. And she was walking through and she wanted to know how she looked. And she came over to me and I didn't know her. She goes, I want your opinion. Tell me what you think of how I look. And I said, you look hot. I said, what are you kidding? And then she goes, that's all I want to know. And that's how I met her, basically.
That's probably the only person in Hollywood history that you didn't do a makeover on, right?
No, I did not, because I did not do her. I did not. Well, jeez.
You didn't do her.
I know, you got
And
me blushing.
He didn't do
No.
me either, and a lot of people think that Daniel does my hair.
I do it. I do everybody's.
He does, right? He does.
She wants all the credit. She always wants the credit. No. You do
So
your own.
is the single "I'm on Fire" is that part of an album that is coming out, an upcoming album?
No,
or is
right
it
now it's just a single right now.
just a single.
Yeah, right now. I already had
And you
Blondemic, the
have
album out.
it is released and it is available to your fans.
It's everywhere. It's all over. It's on iTunes, Apple Music, and Spotify's and all that.
Well, go check it out, guys. It's called "I'm on Fire," and as soon as our engineer gets it loaded up, we're going to have a little tease of it, and there we go.
There we go. I'm
Here
on
it
fire.
is. Daniel DeCrisio. I'm on
That's not it.
fire.
That's not it.
Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and skip on that if we can't get the music.
The music.
We'll
It's
we'll
YouTube.
be playing it in just a second. Sorry about that. I don't
You got it now?
understand.
YouTube, I'm on fire. Oh, cool. Okay.
There he
That's
is.
good. Okay,
That means
guys.
you're making
Our
money.
I
apologies,
know
guys.
exactly. That's it. That's it.
Technical problem.
I'm the Messiah from Beverly Hills. Cruise the streets at night and search cheap thrills. I'm looking for something wild and sexy. I'm on fire for you. Got me burning through and through. I want you. I'm on fire for you. Do you want me? Tell me, do you want me? I want you. I want you. I want you. It's way after midnight. I'm looking for love. I'm not looking for a fight. Got that angel face, the devil in your eyes. You got me burning, baby. I'm on fire for you. Got me burning through and through. On fire. On fire. Do you want me? I want you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I want you now. I'm on fire. Whoa. Whoa. I'm on fire for you. You got me burning through. I want you. I want you now. I'm burning. I'm on fire for you. My OnlyFans subscription. You're my fantasy. You're my addiction. I don't want to know you. I just want you to touch me. I want to touch you. Touch me, baby. I'm on for you. You're my fantasy.
Fire. That was amazing.
Well,
Daniel
thank you.
DeCrisio.
Thank you.
Available on all the platforms, folks. So get out there and check it out. And if you don't know where the platforms are, you can follow Daniel, always on very active on his social media accounts. Instagram, I'm always around seeing you all
Totally.
over the
Check out
place.
my social media, Daniel DeCrisio, all of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be very hard for Daniel to top his last video with an all-star cast of John Barrymore, Sally
Well,
Kirkland.
prior video, because Blondemic was before this one. That was before it was Sally Kirkland and John Barrymore. That was
Right.
X-Sex.
X-Sex.
Yes. And that was amazing with John and Sally being the dominatrix. That was pretty cool.
Oh, I would have loved to have seen
She's
that.
amazing.
That's great. No, I didn't even know it was. Look at her. Here's Sally here. Making a
Being very
cameo.
realistic too. I was like, okay,
How lucky
okay.
are you that you have all these celebrity friends that are, doing you a favor? What a gorgeous, look at this gorgeous
She's
picture.
beautiful.
She is such a beautiful, amazing, iconic, legendary woman. I just adore her. Always have. Yeah.
So you want to give them a little taste of what's coming?
Well, so are you going to be going on tour? Is that what's going on?
Oh, well, after that, yeah, we're going to be doing that. And I'm going to have to...
Grace Jones is not performing anymore. Daniel DeCrisio was on the road with...
well, we opened for her for Paramount Studios. That's what I did. Opened for Grace Jones at Paramount Studios. And I was asked personally to open for her by her. So I was like, Dolph Lundgren must have had something to do with it because the blondes, right?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. I have a little story about Dolph in my background, but I won't be telling it here tonight.
By the book.
I could tell you a thing or two about Dolph Lundgren. But let's go on tour.
Totally.
Let's go on tour.
Totally.
When are you going to be leaving to go on tour? I want to see
when
you
the video's
on tour.
out, it's going to be at the end of the summer.
Okay.
The end of the summer.
And so when do you think you'll be announcing some tour dates? Because we definitely want to promote
In
that.
August, you will be seeing that August.
Uncensored.
Totally in August.
About August?
Mm-hmm. August, definitely. Because the video will be out by then and everything will be going.
So what group do you think that you would want to play with? I mean, obviously it's not going to be a metal band, you know?
No metal bands. I really don't know. That's a good question. I'll play with anybody.
You know, there is a new group out that is a really famous Korean band. It's called
BTS.
BTS.
Oh, yeah, they're
and
cool.
I was thinking you would be a really good blend with them. You know, that type of... It's
dance music. It's great. Yeah.
Music
it's great.
and all of that. And they're very iconic. And I would love to see you go over to
Give them
Asia.
a clip of the video just to give them a little tease.
Yeah.
Give them a little tease of my video.
Okay, and so what else are you doing? You've released like about a half a dozen films.
Yes. I was in those movies with Michael Musto and Angel Salazar from Scarface and the whole crowd in New York. And then Lilo Brancato, of course.
And we had Lilo on RNSU.
Yeah, and then Hair, of course, which won Best Documentary at the Film Festival in Beverly Hills.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And then...
Congratulations.
Oh, no, really, it did. And then Rosario Dawson's part of that, and it was good. And now I got a new one called Old Man Jackson that is coming.
And what's it about?
Well, my part's pretty funny. I'm the blonde. That's actually a part, though. It's not just an extra. That they think I'm a girl from the back.
Oh.
That they approach me, and then we have these fantasies. But I'm not. And I turn around and I'm like, whoa.
They have fantasies. You do a lot of things that are very sexual for a man who's not in the adult entertainment industry.
I'm in the wrong field.
Sorry,
I told you I'm in the wrong field.
Not that I have anything against it. Not that I have anything against racy content. You know, when you get to be my age,
I'm in the wrong field.
Good racy content. No, and you're beautiful and amazing. And I just think that, you know, you should be live on a stage. I can just see Daniel performing live.
I think he'd be great.
Thank you.
Have you, do you mostly do movies or do you do stage as well? You know, like theater
Oh,
or
I've done
plays?
theater. Oh, yeah. I was trained at Lee Strasberg, New York. And then I did a play here in Hollywood. It was actually, I don't know if I should say this, but I did a one-man show that I was cast in as Donald Trump. I hate to tell you that. But that's what I did. And I pulled it off. Well, because everybody's so opinionated. It's just like, I don't even want to hear it. But I did that, and I did another political play. And it was over in Hollywood.
You played Donald Trump?
Yes.
When he was much
They
younger.
came after me. Yeah, they came after me, and I had to do the inaugural speech and the whole thing. Memorize all that.
You played actually Donald Trump?
Yeah.
When he was like...
No, I was me as Donald Trump, not playing the character.
He's so old for it.
You're too young for that.
But they couldn't find anybody in Hollywood to do it. So
When
they
he
came
was
to me.
young, he was a good-looking guy. He had that little turned-up, pouty lip, and he was a good-looking guy when he was young. I remember him from New York when he was young, and he was.
But you did see Honey Boo Boo, right?
Oh.
I saw the stuff of you with Honey Boo Boo.
That was amazing. Just recently at the red carpet with Honey Boo Boo's cast members with Alana, Honey Boo Boo, and her sister Pumpkin, and their two guys, Josh, and the new boyfriend. I can't remember his name, Jarrell or something. But anyway, for Alana. So it was a lot of fun, and their manager, Gina, is amazing. She was so cool. You know that, Gina, right? But
just give him a shout-out.
I know,
Shout-out to
Gina!
Honey Boo Boo.
And Honey Boo Boo. Love you.
Right?
Pumpkin and their new twins and everything. But Mama June wasn't there because they're having problems. But the thing was, it was so fun on the red carpet. I was like dancing with them. I'm like grabbing, Alana. I'm like, come on, dance with me. And we're like doing our thing. I'm like, do. So I was
I
like
didn't
shaking
even
it
know
up.
that you were friends with them or fans.
Well,
Is it friends or fans?
it's a friend fan.
It's a friend fan.
How did you meet Honey Boo Boo?
This is how, just like this, through the
He
management.
meets everybody. Daniel knows everybody. It's amazing, the people.
No, it's amazing. And the funny thing is now, like I just saw that Alana's going to get weight loss surgery. She and her boyfriend.
Why?
She's saying for her health, but she wants to get skinny.
Well, good luck to you, Alana. I support you in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, being healthy is really important, and it can be a problem too with your health.
But they're
That's the
so
only
sweet.
reason
No, they're
why.
really sweet. And it was fun because they didn't dress up. They're just wearing like T-shirts and shorts. And so it was kind of fun on the red carpet to be so casual. Because you know me, I wear a Versace original shirt.
Daniel and red carpets. Daniel loves on red carpets. I always say I hate to walk a red carpet with Daniel because he always shows me up.
No one shows you up.
And people are like, you'll go out to do, your red carpet stroll out to get yourself in. Everybody's taking pictures and stuff, and all of a sudden they'll be like, "Can we get the pretty blonde in the middle of the
And
of
I
the
move
stage,
to the left
please?"
to get
And
out
then-
of the way.
And then they're like, "Not you, not you." Not you, Daniel. Bring Daniel in. They did that to us at the Nollywood Film Awards, and I was getting a humanitarian award.
And that's why I don't have any friends, okay?
you love me. I still love you no matter what.
I'm
I
your
always
friend.
get a kick out of it.
Yeah, but it was fun, though. It's fun to always be on the red carpet, though. But it's nice now that the pandemic's over that we can actually go back. So, yeah.
No, that makes things a lot better. So what do you like the best out of music or films? Do you have or theater or do you have, what's your...
Well, honestly, with me, whatever's creative I can do, like sort of I'm interested in. I'm not somebody who's like, I'm a diehard actor. I'm a diehard, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not
I
like
see
that.
you as a musician. I see
Everybody
that.
says that because my mother said that.
I have supported Daniel in all of his endeavors, and he's been on my show multiple times, and I've promoted most of the projects you've done since the day we
Totally.
met. When I first met Daniel, he came on, he was a celebrity hairdresser, and he was doing that whole thing, and he said, I'm working on my music, and I've got these films out, and I said, Daniel, you really need to pursue this part of yourself. You're talented. And there you have it. Here we are. How long has it been since I've known you? 5 years?
6 years, I think.
5 or 6 years that I've
Yeah.
known Daniel, and you've just taken off, and it's been one thing after another. And the art that you put out is amazing, and I just think you have something really special to bring to the world, and you should definitely keep working on it. I know everybody's had a setback. Everybody's been working on the pandemic and been shut down, and it's been pretty
been
disheartening
tough.
for all
Yeah,
of
it's been
us,
tough.
But here we are. We're back. Rock-N-Sexxy U is
survived.
back. We're back in a whole new way. I hope you guys like the new look and the new studio. We've got new artists coming on, and all the time. We've got so many great people lined up for the show, and we can't wait to bring it to you.
Yeah.
So make sure you get out there. Daniel DeCrisio, his single right now, I'm on Fire. It's available on iTunes, Apple Play, all of the platforms out there. And you can also join all of his social medias so you can find out what Daniel is up to on a daily basis, right?
Yes.
There you
Definitely.
go.
Join me. Come on, TikTok too.
That's
All of it.
right. TikTok? Oh, he's the new TikTok
TikTok.
guy. That's
Come on,
right.
TikTok. That's happening right now. It's fun. It's a
Absolutely.
lot of fun.
What about you, Joe? What's going on with you?
Oh, I just been trying to keep busy, just trying to catch up to you, which is a full-time job.
Right? It has been, actually. I've got a lot of stuff going on, and today has been one of those days where we had kind of a switch in our schedule, and we caught it. Everything's good, and coming up in just a couple of minutes, we are going to be having a real Hollywood film legend on our show, and she's got so many projects in the works right now. It is amazing. Everybody thinks they're a legend until a real one steps onto the stage. And coming up in just a minute, we will be chatting with one, and we're excited to have her on the show. So please stay tuned, and we'll be working on that.
One thing I wanted to ask you, Daniel, was what was it like playing Donald Trump, by the way? I was just curious. I didn't mean to...
No, it's fun. No. Well, see, the thing is, to me, it was like, I saw the script and it was big. I was in shock. I'm like, I have
Was
to
this
memorize all
before
this.
or after the insurrection? Sorry, I had to say that.
This was when he just when he just became president. When he just became president.
Okay.
Okay. So
So he was still writing that type of popular
he was still
fame,
popular, but you know, in
right.
Hollywood, it's not popular. So, because everybody kind of made fun of it in a weird way, you know what I'm saying? So, but no, I got this big script and I had to memorize it, and it was actually amazing because I did memorize the whole thing, and I had to go up in front of the whole place and do my thing as like an inaugurational speech for the whole time, and I had people laughing and cheering, and it was so funny.
Did you have any like anti-Trump people that just like attack you?
No.
They probably didn't have them on, right?
No, but I was amazed that
Did
it
they
was
cut
that
'em
good.
out?
It was that good, though. It was really good.
We have her? We have her? Okay. Let me know when we do, and I'll go ahead and make. Awesome. Give us just a second, guys. We're just dealing with our Zoom to get. All right, you guys. Joining us now is an award-winning actress and Hollywood film and TV legend. She was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress and won a Golden Globe, the Independent Spirit Award, and the LA Film Critics Circle Award for her starring role in the motion picture Anna in 1987. She's worked with the legendary Andy Warhol, appeared in countless Hollywood blockbusters, A Star is Born, The Way We Were, Oliver Stone's JFK, and she hasn't missed a step. She is as busy now as ever. She currently has 17 projects right now in post waiting to be released, and she is here tonight to talk with us about them, including 80 for Brady, which I think co-stars football legend Tom Brady. Please welcome to the show Sally Kirkland.
Yeah.
Hi, Sally.
Thank you for your nice words.
We are honored to have you on our show. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you. Tell me your first name.
My name is Amber Lynn.
Amber, right. Thank you, Amber, for having me. And Daniel, I know.
Hi, how are you, baby?
And I see that you do know Daniel just a little bit, and I got very lucky today, and Daniel joined the show at the last minute, and I was really surprised at some of these amazing shots that he included with you guys in your Golden Globe. And all of these other ones from his music video. So that was really fun.
Sally, you're amazing. You're beautiful. You're amazing.
And you know Joe Williamson.
Yeah, Joe has produced me in a couple of films. One was called The Woman in the Room, and Joe will have to tell me the name of the other, but so I regard him as my film producer.
That's amazing. He has been telling me so many stories about you just coming here tonight in the car on the way. And there's a couple of people we definitely want to ask you about. But I had a question for you. With all of the films you've done, over 250 films to your credit, where do you feel you have done your greatest work? And which was your favorite film, Sally?
Well, Anna, for which you so nicely said I got all those awards for, was my favorite film. My name is Anna Rakova. I come from Prague, Czechoslovakia. What is your name? But I worked 25 years as an actress. I got to use a Czech accent. The Haunted I loved. I got a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actress in a Movie for TV, and people can see that on YouTube right now for free. I really loved The Haunted. Comedically, I loved doing Ed TV, directed by Ron Howard, playing Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson's mother. Revenge, I liked. I co-starred with Kevin Costner.
What was it like to work with Kevin?
It was great. He's just terrific guy. And we did JFK together. And yeah, Kevin was great. I loved doing Best of the Best with Eric Roberts and James Earl Jones. It's one of my favorites. I had a nice cameo with Jim Carrey and Bruce Almighty that I was very proud of. There's a movie that doesn't have name actors in it, but I'm really proud of my work, called Cuck, C-U-C-K. that's on Amazon Prime. It's weird now that my lip sync is off, right? Because I'm looking at the video and my lip sync is behind, right?
It's not actually for us. It may seem like it a little bit to you, but it's definitely not. You're coming through perfectly for us, and
good.
you look amazing. The picture is lovely.
So those are my favorites. Yeah, I did a cameo recently with Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin and Sally Field and Rita Moreno in 80 for Brady. All the women were 80 years old or older. And so I
Oh,
am
that's
80.
why they call it 80 for Brady. Okay.
Yeah,
And that's the one that's getting ready to be released on Paramount, right?
right, right. So I have a wonderful scene with Rita Moreno in that. And I got to catch up with Jane Fonda, who I used to know in the 60s in New York, but
I
haven't had
love
that
her.
much time with her. Yeah, we all love her, don't we? She's great.
Yeah, she's just an amazing, and so are you. You know, I just have to tell you something. My older brother, and I love my brother, and I lost him several years ago. But my brother said to me once, and I never forgot it. He said, Sally Kirkland is one of the hottest foxes of the 70s and 80s, sis. And he adored you. He just thought you were just beautiful and sexy and talked about you all the time. So,
Oh, what's his name?
my brother, his name was Buck.
Brad, B-R-A-D?
No, Buck, B-U-C-K. His name was Buck Adams, and
Buck.
he just adored you and just thought you were beautiful and sexy. And a lot of the roles that you played back in the 80s and the late 80s and early 90s, you played these kind of really hot, sexy women, and your look was very, very sexy, right?
Yeah, thank you for noticing. Now, your brother is no longer with us?
No, I lost my brother, unfortunately, in 2009 to heart disease, but I was always very close with him. So I remembered that. And when we booked you for the show and Joe said, oh, she's agreed to do the show, I said, oh, I have to tell her what my brother said about her.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you for sharing that. Dear Buck in heaven, thank you.
That's amazing. And so tell us about, did you know that you were going to be as big as you became in 1987? The Los Angeles Times, after you get nominated for an Academy Award, and you went on to win the Golden Globe and all of these other awards, the LA Times named you as in the top 10 most important actresses of the decade. Was that shocking to you? Did you plan on becoming that big that fast?
It's shocking in a good way. I had been acting for probably 25 years before that. So when people called me an overnight success, I would have to kind of mutter under my breath, yeah, I've been acting since 1960. And that was 1987, so like 27 years of acting. So I wasn't so shocked because I had been paying my dues since, like I said, 1961, I think was my first film. It was called Crack in a Mirror or something. And then I did Andy Warhol in 1964. And then I was always working. I'm lucky in that I've never had to leave acting. I've always had an acting job. And I've always been teaching acting. So I'm happy to say I've had 62 years of acting nonstop. Yeah.
And you've got 17 projects right now that we looked up that were in post on your IMDb page. So you've been busy all the way through the pandemic.
Thank you, Amber. I didn't know it was 17, but yeah, probably if I look, there probably is. I knew there was 5 this year. Or 6, and then the others are slowly doing their completion of post-production. It's great. It's great to be 80 years old and be able to say that I'm nonstop working. Yeah,
I can imagine.
I admired Betty White. You remember Betty White, Amber? She was acting when she was 99.
Of course I know Betty White. Yes.
Yeah. So I use Betty White as kind of a role model that she did that when she was 99 and I'm only 80. So I have another 19 years to catch up with her.
And you plan on continuing to work all the way through?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I love your look, Amber. I love your long blonde hair and your dark glasses. Very
Thank
pretty
you.
woman.
Thank you.
I was going to ask you, how did you like working with Cuban Gooding Jr. and your? I know you just shot a film with him recently.
Yeah, it was called Skeleton in the Closet. Yeah, I had a terrific scene with him with the tears streaming down my face, where I got to tell him that actually it was Terrence Howard and Cuba Gooding, where I told Terrence Howard that his daughter sadly has cancer because I'm psychic. And they both got very emotional over that. It was great working with him and them. I knew Cuba Gooding from 20 years ago or so. We both belonged to a foundation called Educare that helps young kids. So I did know him before acting with him. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see that movie. I'm super excited about that.
Thank you.
And about her
Hi, Joe. Joe got me here tonight.
Thank you so much, and it's always and I miss you. And we're gonna have to do lunch again soon. It's been too long.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we have our listeners coming in, and they're texting me questions. They're like, ask her about, and I have one that I definitely want. I'm going to save it for just a second. What's it like to work with Sandra Bullock?
Oh, well, Sandra Bullock was my discovery. Back in 1986, she was with the same manager I was with, a man named Richard Rosenwald in New York, and he suggested she study with me, and she did in New York, and she hadn't done anything at that point. And I put her in a showcase, and a director named Daniel Adams saw her and gave her her first film role. What was it called? I'm having a senior moment, but she did get her first acting job from that acting showcase. And then I introduced her to Roger Corman, and she did a film for him. And then Barbara Miller, who was head of talent at that point for Warner Brothers, called me and said, I got a resume from this woman, and she's got your name all the way down the resume. And I said, oh, Sandra, yes, she's going to be a big star. Hire her. And so Barbara Miller gave her the series Working Girls, I think it was called. And so I had this definite role in Sandra's early life. I just thought she was so talented. I had her do Shakespeare. She played Miranda in The Tempest. I had her do a play called The Trip Back Down. I was always trying to stretch her in some way. I love working with her. I hope someday I get to act with her. But just working with her as a mentor and as an acting teacher was a great chapter.
I think you guys would make amazing co-stars, and if you did a film together as well, that would be something I would really love to see. So
yeah, maybe we'll all just visualize that.
When I was doing some studying behind the scenes on you, I came across a story, and I asked Joe. He didn't think you would mind if I asked you about it, but it kind of touched with me. It was about, because we're a music and entertainment show, and I saw that you actually had a relationship in real life with Bob Dylan.
Oh, yeah.
With the legendary Bob Dylan. And I was wondering if you wanted to talk about that, because he is like iconic.
Yeah, that was the night I introduced him to Bob De Niro and Lainie Kazan. Yeah, Bob Dylan I met when I was 22 and he was 22. But then I didn't hook up with him really until 1975 when I was in my 30s. And we had a very romantic, beautiful relationship that lasted to the late 70s. And then he went through another marriage. I went through another marriage. We hooked back up in the late 80s. And the same thing happened. He ended that marriage. I ended that marriage. We went off and we hooked up again in the late 90s. So it was like that Broadway play, same time next year. I just kept having him in my romantic life one way or another. He's the greatest guy. He's funny. He's shy. He always wanted to be an actor. When I was doing a movie called Cold Feet with, Cold Feet. I'm having a senior moment. Joe, who starred in Cold Feet? Keith Carradine and Tom Waits.
Yes.
And then Rip Torn. And he wanted to be in it. And I told the director, and the director went crazy happy. Oh, of course we'll have Bob Dylan in this movie. And then Bob's manager called me up and said, Sally, you can't be taking Bob away from his from his tour, his European tour, to do a movie. And I said, oh, come on, please. You know, he'll be so great. He'd be so funny. So it didn't happen, but he really wanted that. So that's a little known secret about Bob. He would like to act.
Is there a reason why you guys didn't wind up together being married, or are you married today? How is your life today?
Oh, no, I'm not married. The one that got away kind of thing, you know? Bob Dylan is the one.
Well,
that
it sounds
got
like he kept coming back. There's always a chance he might come back one more time, right?
Yeah, maybe he'll come back. I know he's had children since we last saw each other. I would have to say, if I was doing my life story, that he was the love of my life.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you plan on meeting him, or was it planned, or was it something that?
Well, when I was 22, you're way too young to remember these people, but there is a group called
not
the
really.
Weavers.
But thank you for saying that.
No, but you are. I mean, I'm 80 years old. So back in the 60s, there was
Sally, I just want to say, because you said it, you look absolutely amazing. You are so beautiful, and 80 years old or not, you look amazing.
Thank you
just
very
to
much.
see you working and still doing your thing and creating art for the world is just not just for yourself, but it's an inspiration to all women to say you can keep working and you can have a career and keep plugging away. I mean, how many artists can say they have 17 projects getting ready? Right?
Thank you. And I didn't pay you to say all that.
I know.
No, you're an amazing artist. I've had the pleasure of working, and so is Daniel as well. And every project you're in, you make better. You know, any filmmaker is lucky to have you in a project.
And I got to say something, Sally. When I took your acting class, that improv class you gave that time, and I took it, she was amazing at teaching. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kissing your butt. You were really good. You were like so on it. I mean, she pulled it out of me too. I was like, she's like, Daniel, get up there and do that. I was like, oh my God, okay. But you're really good at it. I mean, you know, the Strasberg thing we talked about before, Lee Strasberg, but you really are amazing at teaching. That's something. Plus, you're very giving. That's something people don't know. You're a very giving soul. You know, you have a very good soul, and that's amazing.
I appreciate that coming from you.
Is there anything that you have not done in your career that you would still like to accomplish?
I'd like to win the Best Actress Oscar.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, totally.
And that would be so well deserved. So who was it that got the Best Oscar in
that year?
The Best Actress Academy Award?
Meryl Streep, Glenn Close, Holly Hunter, myself, and Cher. And Cher won for Moonstruck.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember watching that. Well, I guess that's a kind of a hard act to beat, right?
She's very popular.
She was that was a very popular movie of the day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was the dark horse.
You were the dark horse
Yeah.
of the crew there. That's
I felt you should have won by far. You was the best.
Thank you, Joe.
He said that too.
All
Yeah,
great actresses, every one of them, all great.
But yeah, it was all amazing, but easily you was the best.
It was a hard pick, really. It was really something because you did amazing in Anna. I mean, that was amazing what you did.
So one of the things I wanted to ask is, how do your fans follow you today? Because I did see that when I went on, I tried to find, like, you know, most people go, like, today it's all about social media links and how, you know, the fan clubs and stuff like that, that most of them were put on by other people. They weren't like verified accounts. So where can your fans follow you to find out what's going on and support you today?
Oh, I think I missed your question. You're asking how do fans
The
find
fans
me?
that are out there watching right now that want to go and find where you are as far as social media so they can follow your films and your projects.
Facebook every day, 5 times a day,
You're on Facebook?
all the time.
I'm going to have to go look that up. Joe, you're going to have to,
Hook her up.
No,
right?
I
Hook us up. Is there
I have
anything
somebody
else you
who
did
does
get to ask?
Instagram for me, but I never look at it. With Facebook, I'm glued to the tube all day long. I don't know why I got caught by that bug, but I did. I I think SallyKirkland.com.
Do you run your fan club? I saw that you have a fan club.
Oh, I didn't know I did.
That's what I said. I didn't know if it was authentic, if your fans are actually getting stuff from you, but I saw some great pictures of you from back in the day, and they were autographed. So I didn't know if you maybe had somebody, running your fan club for you, or how your fans could actually reach out to you.
No, but Joe's been talking to me about it.
Yes, we're working on that.
Are you working on that now?
Yes.
So Joe might be able to hook everybody up with the future of what's going on. Anything else other than 80 Brady that you want your fans to look out for coming up?
Let's see. I really love my acting in a film called Cuck, C-U-C-K, where I play this bipolar mother of a serial con artist. I'm just very, very. It's an amazing role. It's on Amazon Prime, Cuck. I really like that. And I've done a lot of movies, but I haven't seen them, so I don't want to say go ahead until I see them.
I love that holiday film you did, the Christmas movie you
really?
did. Yes.
Yeah.
And one of our listeners is coming through right now saying, please ask her about the Sting, Robert Redford, and Newman before you go.
Robert Redford kind of started my career in many ways. I double dated him when I was at Off-Broadway Stage Star, but I hadn't really hit Hollywood yet. And Lola, his wife, Robert and Lola and myself and Danny Selznick, who's the son of David O. Selznick, Gone with the Wind, double dated. And then he suggested me for The Way We Were. And there I was with Barbra Streisand and Robert Redford there. And then
there
he
you
suggested
were.
me for The Sting. And I remember that I was doing my choreographed strip in The Sting, and then when the rehearsal ended, he came out and he said, "Where'd you learn how to do all that?" And I said, "Oh, I used to be paid to be a twister at the Peppermint Lounge in New York." and I said, "Did you get me this job, Bob?" And he said, he looked down at his shoes and he said, "Oh, I thought you'd enjoy it." So I really have Robert Redford to thank for my start in Hollywood films. I just love the man. I couldn't be more grateful for him taking an interest in my life. And then he has the Sundance Film Festival, and I produced a film called Joe, what's the name of that film I did?
Sallywood, is it?
And
James
Sallywood.
Christopherson. What's the name?
Sallywood, was it that one or?
Cheating Hearts.
Oh, Cheating Hearts, yes.
Cheating Hearts. And so Redford accepted that in the Sundance Film Festival in the middle 90s. And we didn't come in first, we came in second in the competition, but it was pretty exciting. So he supported me as a film producer because I produced that as well as being an actress. So Bob Redford, wherever you are, thank you.
Amazing. Sally, I want to thank you for joining us today. It's been an honor and a privilege to have you on our show and sharing some of Hollywood history. And we wish you all the best. We will be following all of your new projects as well as all of our listeners. And we look forward to seeing you more.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
Amber.
Have a wonderful evening.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, you guys, guess what? That's all the time that we have for tonight's episode of Rock-N-Sexxy Uncensored. I want to thank our special guests tonight, Sally Kirkland, Daniel DeCrisio, my co-host, Joe Williamson in the house, always riding shotgun, and all of you for joining us. Join us again next week for another episode. We will be having some new artists on the show, and we look forward to seeing you then. Thank you. Have a wonderful week.
Thank you for tuning in to Amber Lynn's Rock-N-Sexxy Uncensored, available on rockandSexxyUncensored.com. Don't forget to hit us up on all your favorite social media links, and tune in next week for another amazing episode of Rock-N-Sexxy Uncensored.